Back on the Nation at 5 with news coming through from Assam, where CNN News 18 has been able to get down on ground to that very particular area, which has become the hub of madrasa-oriented terror modules, because this is not Indians but illegals who are surreptitiously entering Indian soil with active backing or active members of terror outfits operating out of Bangladesh, like the Ansarul Bangla, jamaat-ul-mujahideen Bangladesh, and of course these are all affiliates of the Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent. But even as the crackdown intensifies, what we are given to understand is that in this entire anti-terror drive, which spans more than 5 districts, it started with Morigaon. It also involves the arrest of a female jihadi. Now we are given to understand there are 2 more Imams who've been arrested in Gwalpara over links to the Ansarul Islam. So overall, 3 Imams have been arrested for terror links in the last 10 days itself. Ansarul operators actually entered Assam in 2019 for a so-called Dharm Sabha, which was nothing but an active platform for recruiting and for radicalizing. They held these meetings to plan Ansarul operations. Accused Imams spearheaded propaganda and indoctrination operations. They also provided shelter to Ansarul agents in Assam, and security agencies are now going to widen their probe to try and track more of this entire Ansarul nexus, its operatives in Assam itself, and of course whether or not they have tried to move pan-India after entering Assam. Before we go down to Preeti in just a bit, let's listen in to the reactions coming in, starting with the Gwalpara SP.
Police has arrested 2 Imams, namely Abdur Subhan, Jalaluddin Sheikh. We have got an input last month, July 24th, when we arrested Abbas Ali, who is also has links with jihadi elements. Based on that interrogation, and we have succeeded in getting catch of these 2 important players. They have direct connection with Barpeta and Morigaon modules of jihadi elements in Assam. And both of them, during investigation, we got to know that they have some literature which is related to jihadi material. One person, Abdul Subhan, has told that in 2018 he joined in Al-Qaeda as a member, and Jalaluddin is very close. He is a relative of him also as a brother, and he has helped in giving shelter to them, organizing these Dharma Sabhas, and then also having the talent hunt where the new recruits can be identified and then developed as a sleeper cells.
We are here in Gwalpara, and this is a mosque where Imam who was Abdus Chobahan was working here as Imam, and he has been arrested. And I have to tell you that earlier all those accused jihadis who have been arrested in the earlier modules were actually members of Ansarul Islam team. But this person, Abdus Chobahan, it has been found that he was a direct member of terrorist organization Al-Qaeda. So it has also been stated by the Superintendent of Police of Gwalpara that certain objectionable materials have been found from this mosque and also his residence. However, the investigation is on, and the police is also, they are hoping, because this person has direct link with Al-Qaeda, so they are hoping that this will give them more clues.
Preeti now joins us live from Sundarpur in Gwalpara. Preeti, who are these 2 people? What were their affiliations? Which are these mosques that they were associated with, and how long have they been present there?
Yes, I have to tell you, Anand, that currently, first of all, I would like to tell you, this is the place where the Dharm Sabha took place in the year 2019, in the month of December. And this place became a place where all these modules that has been recently busted, all the major people connected to these links, they came together, they planned it, and they went back to their own districts, and they were trying to preach dark jihad into the youth of their own respective place. And this is where we are standing. This is Sundarpur Tilapara Madrasa, and this is the ground where the Dharm Sabha actually took place, where this Abdus Chobahan, who has the direct link with Al-Qaeda, he joined in the year 2018. This Abdus Chobahan joined in 2018, and he has been arrested. He is one of the major links which the Gwalpara police have now found, because as far as informed by the SP of Gwalpara, this person was actually taking lead of everything, and perhaps as far as the SP has told, they have also they have got a certain proof where it has been found that all these modules that have been busted by Assam police have direct links with Abdul Chobahan. And also I have to tell you, Anand, that all these modules have certain connections with each other, because there are the same findings, the same kind of materials has been seized, and this person Abdul Chobahan went to he went to Morigaon to meet Mustafa. As we remember, Mustafa was a teacher in the madrasa there in Moirapari. And he also went to other places where these terror modules have been busted. He even went to Barpeta. So there are strong connections with this module of Gwalpara. And these are the people here where they have stated that the way, very importantly, Anand, I have to tell you, the way the Dharm Sabha took place here, because the time and again Islamic Dharm Sabhas take place in everywhere in the country and the world. But the locals have stated that the way that particular Dharm Sabha that happened in 2019 December happened actually created doubts in the mind of the local people as well, because they have stated that Dharm Sabhas are actually made on the basis of the donations made. But Abdul Chobahan made the Dharm Sabha a complete success with his own money, as he stated to the villagers here. But that created a doubt in the mind of the locals, and they questioned him
the intention. So the intention itself at that time was questioned, but you're saying 2019 is when they came in. The cops are also saying that they are still on the lookout for 4 or 5 others who came in from Bangladesh and who are all terror operatives. One of them has been apprehended, but 5 more are still to be seen. But more importantly, there is the Assam government, Himanta Biswa Sarma himself now saying, Preeti, great job done. Thank you for your inputs. I've got limited time, so I'm going to bring in Dr. Janendra Burman and Pathikrit Pioneer. Himanta Biswa Sarma now saying that there will be an SOP that will be brought in place for masjids who are bringing imams from outside Assam.
Yeah, this is actually the need of the hour, because the imams who come from outside, they instigate the local youths and they radicalize. They are responsible for radicalization of these Assamese Muslim youths. And this is a matter of serious concern, because it is posing a serious threat to our security, to our identity. As you have rightly pointed out, in many districts of Assam, like Barpeta district, Gwalpara district, these districts were once peaceful districts of Assam, but now these districts have become epicenter of terror activities. For example, this Barpeta district, it is a center of Assamese Vaishnavite culture. But now these Satra institutions, the Vaishnavite Satra institutions, the lands have been occupied, and the terror activities are coming up. In 2009, the ISIS inspired terror module planned to attack our Ras Leela festival at Gwalpara district, in Dudnoi area of Gwalpara district. So our temples, our lands, our identity under attack. Now we are facing a separatist, separatist jihadi activities, and these activities are, they are taking out to the international arena in shore areas, the riverine areas, the immigrant Muslim colonies. They are creating literature, and in those literature, the Hindus are presented as villain, and that literature has been going on in Al Jazeera. In Al Jazeera, they displayed their Mia identity, separatist Islamic identity, and one of the Islamist groups, they demanded that Lower Assam, because it is highly concentrated, Muslim concentrated now because of illegal migration, and they are demanding that this Lower Assam should be a separate state. So that the separatist Islamist activities are going on in Assam, and this is really, really threatening. And government,
it is a serious concern, because if there is a separatist secessionist movement which is being brewed there, then it is a serious problem. But more importantly, you are also highlighting that these are largely Vaishnavite areas which are also undergoing a demographic change because of these illegal settling there. But more importantly, we are given to understand in this Dharm Sabha organized by Jalaluddin in Motia, in 2019, there were at least 7 Al-Qaeda members who took part. So the illegal issues and illegals aside, along with them, you are also getting radical Spanish-Islamist terrorists who are actually in terror group operatives who are entering India with a very, very nefarious intent. Let's listen into what Himanta Biswa Sarma has to say, because like I said, that's another big step that the Assam government is going to take, and that's the news coming through right now, that there is going to be SOPs that will be put in place as good as immediately. The Assam government will bring in SOPs for masjids, for imams coming from outside the country or from other states outside Assam. In the last 10 days, 3 imams have been arrested for having terror links. Listen into what the Assam Chief Minister had to say.
अभी हमने कुछ एसओपी बनाए हो कि कोई अगर आपका गांव में इमाम आते हैं और आप उनको नहीं जानते हैं तो थाना को इन्फॉर्म कीजिए, थाना वेरीफाई कर लेगा, उसका बाद इसको रखिए। तो इस काम में हमारा असम का मुसलमान समाज हमको हेल्प कर रहा है और हम एक अभी पोर्टल भी बना रहा हूँ इमाम और मदरसा में जो ना तीसरा लोग आ रहा है बाहर से, जो धर्मीय मदरसा, सरकारी मदरसा तो हम लोग बंद कर दिया हो, लेकिन जो असम का खोट असम का है उनको पोर्टल में नाम डालने का जरूरत नहीं है, जो असम का नहीं है उनको अपना नाम पोर्टल में रजिस्टर करना पड़ेगा।
So you have to register your names if you're not from Assam, but the larger challenge is how do you stop this infiltration from Bangladesh, Pathikrit Pine, and along with this, the radicals who are coming in. But huge number of JMB operatives, AQIS operatives who are coming into Assam from Dhubri, getting into the interiors, Modigaon, and then finally finding their way to other parts of the country.
Anand, first is it's always the demographic shift, then it's the radicalization, and then the armed violence starts. That's how it has always been. So number one, if you look at from 2011 to 2013, 25,000 Wahhabis came to India to preach in the seminars, and they brought in a large cache of money to actually fund these Wahhabi centers. One of the biggest areas of that is Assam itself, apart from Kerala. So if you look at what is happening from Bangladesh, look, if you talk to Bangladeshis, their agenda of greater Bangladesh, it's very profound in their mindset, and it is not just the illiterate radicals, jihadis who think like that. Even educated Bangladeshis think that greater Bangladesh is their aspiration, and the demographic shift that is happening is as per a plan. So if you look at it, Bangladesh does not mind this emigration that is happening from Bangladesh to India. We need to look at it and not as a humanitarian issue. These people don't have a humanitarian crisis in Bangladesh, which is why they're coming to India. They are coming for a purpose, and they're part of a larger game plan. So it has to be looked upon as a national security threat, and that's why I keep on saying that we need an internal security doctrine, which we still do not have. Everything is defined as part of law and order is a state subject, and most states do not do anything. What the Chief Minister of Assam is doing right now should be done across this country in all the mosques. And let's understand one thing: the Bangladeshis coming to India don't just restrict themselves to Assam or West Bengal or PR. They're spreading all across the country. Even in Deoman, many Bangladeshis have been arrested who are getting radicalized or who had ulterior objective. So so we have a threat, and the threat, Bangladesh as a country try to remain very sublime and neutral, but the ulterior objective of many people in Bangladesh is not something very sublime. It's very sinister, and that's why even while maintaining good relation with Bangladesh, we need to draw certain red lines, which as of yet has not been drawn. Unless we define this, demographic shift is, once it happens, it is irreversible. And once it is done, demography is democracy, democracy is destiny. Once demography changes, your democracy will change also. So if you have to protect your democracy, if you have to protect your culture, you need to stop this demographic change, which has already started and started long time back, and that's why it has to be taken as a national security level.
Multiple instances. We are seeing multiple instances. We've done a 3-part investigation of danger at border. It's also there in the Himachal region of Bihar. It's there in Uttar Pradesh. We have seen it manifest in Jamtara and Jharkhand. All of this. But these illegals, like you said, are coming from a country which does not mind it, does not seem to mind it. But we have to protect our borders is a big question, and it's a big responsibility and a task. More inputs coming through. CNN News 18 has accessed the visuals of that mosque. where in 2019 the Dharm Sabha took place. Preeti was actually joining us from the lawns of that particular madrasa where this had taken place. These Imams had attended and initiated the plan to set up terror cells across Assam. So we've got the visuals of that particular place. Dr. Janendra Burman, a lot of these mosques are actually illegal. They are either on encroached land that doesn't belong to them. They suddenly seem to have mushroomed. So are there entities which are also giving them cover fire? Because that is all the more dangerous, and that those people should also be pulled up under UAPA.
Exactly. Actually, all the illegal structures should be brought down. And in Assam, you will find so many mosques illegally constructed, and you'll be surprised to know that lands belong to temple have been occupied and mosques constructed. So very alarming situation in Assam, especially the indigenous people of Assam. They are really facing existential threat. And in the immigrant Muslim-dominated areas, in the immigrant Muslim colonies, they have their Sharia law, not secularism. So our secularism, secular structure is also posing a serious threat wherever these immigrant Muslims, they are majority. We have been forced to flee, our lands occupied, our girls are kidnapped, raped, killed. So this is the picture. So we have to be strong. And we have to fight this ideology of hatred, the ideology of terrorism, and secularism must win. If we want to remain secular, then demographic stability is must. For this, detection of the illegal immigrants, deportation and deletion of their names from the voter list is must. So government must show the political will for this. Their names must be deleted from the voter list. They must be detected. They must be deported. But unfortunately, this has not happened for vote bank politics. These immigrant Muslims, they are getting a shield. They are getting cover, and they have occupied as much as 63 lakhs bighas of land. Land belong to temples. Land belong to forest areas. Land belong to the indigenous communities. The tribal belt and block, land belong to the tribal belt and block, have been occupied. So our lands are occupied, our identity is under threat, our political right is being taken away by these immigrant Muslims. So as soon as government deletes their name and detect them, that is better for Assam. And today's secure Assam is tomorrow's secured India, because Assam is being used as a route, as a transit route to enter into the rest of India. So, because we have our open borders with Bangladesh, the border must be sealed. The border must be sealed, and at the same time,
but a large part of it is also riverine. So it is not going to be easy to seal that area, but it is possible to try and ensure that at a block-wise level, ward-wise level, there is a clear data check of the population that comes in, and if there is a shift or if there is a increase which is unnatural, then there should be records that should be kept and who's coming from where. And if there are illegals, then those illegals must be accounted for, and they must be shown their way from where they have come back, because India cannot afford to have these illegals come in here, and along with that come all these problems that we are dealing with right now as a country. Dr. Janendra Burman, thank you for joining us here on this edition of The Nation at 5. Pathikrit, please stay on with us. We are shifting focus away from Assam towards Pakistan, where again shocking visuals that have come to the fore, ladies and gentlemen, where you've had a Safai Karamchari in Hyderabad area of Pakistan being targeted to the extent that the fanatics wanted to climb over from the exteriors of a building and drag him out of his balcony even as he was waiting for the cops to come and save his life. So he's a laborer who was targeted in the Hyderabad region of Sindh in Pakistan, and this is over a false case or an alleged case of blasphemy. Tehreek-e-Labbaik protesters gathered to punish Ashok Kumar. Sindh police actually had to intervene. They finally came in and they dispersed this mob which wanted to punish Ashok Kumar, but try and look at the entire quirk of fate itself and how things panned out eventually, that under the pressure of the mob, the cops actually booked Ashok Kumar. This case was registered against him in Sindh. Local sources say this act of blasphemy was actually by a Muslim woman. She was the one who actually perpetrated the act, but these people decided to blame Ashok Kumar, a Safai Karamchari, and they were baying for his blood to the extent that they were basically ready to climb for the exteriors of the building and throw him down from the balcony on the second or the third floor. The cops say Ashok Kumar was targeted due to a personal grouse with a local. So this is again a modus operandi which we've seen manifest in Bangladesh, and we are seeing it happen in Pakistan, where to settle scores or to fix somebody, these are false cases that are done, plants which are made, and then allegations raised, and then a mob of fanatics comes and butchers somebody.
जो काबिर के खिलाफ को गलत बातें बोली जाएंगी तो क्या हमको खामोशी से बढ़िया है। अब यहाँ पर देखें कितना हजूम इकट्ठा है, तमाम लोगों के जो है दिल आजारियां हुई हैं इनकी। जो दिल आजारी हुई है इसके ऊपर जो है कि भाड़ियों को सबको जितने यहाँ पर रह रहे हैं सदर के अंदर कब्जा कर।
This is how rabid they are. They believe that it's okay to go out and butcher somebody and without even verifying the facts and antecedents. Pathikrit.
Anand, the situation in Pakistan in terms of the blasphemy law and the manner in which it has been completely misused for decades, that even today, there are certain Islamic religious scholars in Pakistan who have come up and said that there's a pertinent need to redefine as to what blasphemy in the blasphemy law actually stands for. So it has reached to that extent today that it does not actually create news all over the world. People don't care, unfortunately, throughout the West, who otherwise talk about human rights. But yes, the blasphemy law is such, whether it is in Bangladesh or whether it is in Pakistan, it is for usurping, the land of the minorities, properties of minorities, or to actually settle scores. And in blasphemy law, what happens? You actually don't require any evidence. If somebody comes and says that this person has committed an act of blasphemy, then that is it. Then even if it doesn't even reach the court, it actually gets settled over there, and the mobs are so fanatic in such situation that the police actually feels helpless. We have to remember what happened with Salman. I've forgotten the name of that person who actually got shot in a court, who actually said that the law has
Salman
to be changed or yes. So we have to understand one thing. Tehreek al-Labaik's name keep on coming in these incidents, and that Tehreek al-Labaik's name also came up in India's case also, Anand, in terms of some of the seminaries that they have come up, put up, and the kind of intolerance that they are preaching. So we have a pan-South Asia problem, and we cannot just ignore by presuming that these things are only restricted to Bangladesh or Pakistan, because of the social media. Today or tomorrow they are going to come in India, and it has already come. We have seen certain instances of that nature in India.
Well, thanks for your inputs, Pathikrit. We've got to take a very, very short break, but on the way out, Swedish police have just defused a bomb in Stockholm, targeting popular Iranian singer Ibai, who was in exile and opposes the current regime, and saying that this could have created a huge explosion. So radicals are at work around the globe, ladies and gentlemen, and our security agencies are working round the clock to try and negate any threat to the innocent civil population. Stay with us.